Okay, now here we are in the armory again. I'm going to show you something that is very important, and that is that we don't need to aim our arrow. Our body will automatically aim the arrow. If we try to aim the arrow, we're just going to start torquing and making a mistake. What I'm saying is you're going to miss. Now, my contention is that the right arm is the most important part of shooting your bow. More important than your feet, your knee, your grip, your squinting, open eyes, head this way, that way, all this kind of stuff. All those things are important, but this is the most important, your right arm. And I think I can demonstrate that to you today. Now, you can see that the arrow is coming straight off my arm, just like I was going to draw it, only I don't have a bow. Being a right-handed person, if I start putting up the bow, it will go on a bit of an angle to my left or your right, and that's natural. Now, I'm saying that I do not have to do that. I do not have to make the arrow go at the target. All this I have to do is look at the target and draw back. And remember, you're the target, my right eye is looking at you. I've got the arrow just like it was on a bow. Now, I start to draw back. And as I draw back, you can see that the arrow keeps on pointing to your right or my left. Now, as my arm goes back farther, you notice how the arrow starts to go to my right or your left? That would be the arrow pressing against the bow. The arrow presses against the bow, and that causes torquing as it goes back. But watch what happens. Now, I'm not moving my head, I'm not moving my eye, I'm just bringing my arm back. As my arm goes back to the correct spot, and that is not the corner of my mouth, this is the correct spot. You see how that arrow is straight? That's all. I didn't direct the arrow, turn my head, blink or wink or bend or do anything. Watch, the right arm is the most important part. The arrow starts coming back. The arm starts to bend. Now the pressure of the arrow goes against the bow. The arm continues back. As the elbow gets all the way back, the arrow lines up under my eye. That's a big deal. Now, if you anchor at the corner of your mouth, you're never going to do that. If you anchor here, your elbow is out on an angle like that. It's ridiculous. All you've done is pull back to the corner of your mouth. That is not the secret. The body will aim the arrow. So you have to look at the target, or you can't tell where the arrow is. You start drawing back. It will just keep going back. It will go off to the side. And eventually, as the elbow gets into the correct position, the arrow automatically starts looking at the target. That's how I aim. I let it go where it wants to go. Okay, so that's your lesson for today. Your right arm is very important. And also, one other thing, look, when you draw back and you get it way back there and it's in position, do not squeeze your shoulder blades together like squeezing a lemon. See how the arrow has gone crooked again? It's not. That's where it's straight. Now I've made it crooked. Corner of the mouth is crooked. Squeezing too much is crooked. Allow the arrow to point itself. Anyhow, I've said it enough now. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson and something to think about. Now get out there and have some fun. Take care, boys.